Sevens facing a hard time. Hello everybody and welcome. This is the first hand which I'm replaying to demonstrate how to benefit from the Spades Advisor in real time. It has been dealt during a private live cash game. I decided to use the most widespread Apple device. Speaking of the iPhone 5. It's a real device instead of a simulation. Therefore, you can also experience how impressively rapid the Ops Advisor runtime is, even on such a dated smartphone. So now it's time to start with the hand. Having dealt the hand 7s in the small blind position and being very short-handed with only 3 involved players around, things are looking really good. Blue Mike, starting from the bottom, folds his hand. Before betting, my own top hand theoretically runs against any 2 cards from the card deck. This setup, which uses any 2 as enabled playing profile, is based on the fact that nobody's involved so far and only 1 opponent is left. In addition, Steven seats in the big blind position and would receive the option to check in case I'd be calling only 1 big blind instead of raising. This leads to 75% as the equity to win the flop. After declaring my bet of $3.50, the reality of the game has been changed. Previously, Steven acted rather conservative and doesn't like to gamble with marginal hands. By betting, I protect my own hand against low to mediocre starting hands, like 9, 8 suited, etc., which could easily outflop my holding. What do you think? Which hands could Steven use to call my substantial raise? Check out the example starting hands right above the playing profiles in the bottom right side of the screen. Think about the displayed hand in Spades Advisor. Before I'm going to give you my own opinion on how to proceed in Steven's shoes. Here displayed is the opponent's hand Ace-Tray. Fold or use that hand, what would you do? It's a call. What's your opinion about the hand Jack-8? It can be used to make the call. How would you be deciding with the hand 10-8? It's rather a fold than a call. It depends. King Deuce. That's the last hand in question. What's your next move? It's clear laydown. After betting, I expect that Steven either folds or calls re-raises in case he holds something relatively good. This leads to the conclusion that strong is the best fitting playing profile for Steven after he remains in this short-handed spot. After enabling the strong profile, Spades Advisor shows me that the equity of winning the flop decreases to 68%. Next, I'm showing you another couple of starting hand examples, which are this time considered to make the call. The first one here is Ace-8 suited, Queen-9, King-Queen suited, Ace-8 suited, King-5, Queen-8, King-Jack, and the last one, Ace-Tray. Having such a good spot here, why wouldn't I want to declare a pre-flop all-in statement? After enabling all-in, the up displays that it's obviously much worse to play it that way. The equity to win the river drops to only 49% or about a coin flip. It's obviously much more profitable to continue strong post-flop than placing the ultimate bet before seeing even the first 3 community cards. What would happen in here next after an all-in statement is that the opponent would give up most of his holdings. I'm talking about valuable holdings like low pocket pairs or low aces, etc. Furthermore, he'd surely continue with a very narrow range of far stronger hands, which are often overpairs to sevens, medium to high aces, or maybe sometimes a bit worse hands like King-Queen. This is why I choose the top profile. When dealing with a pre-flop all-in situation, Spades Advisor uses substantially improved starting hand ranges, which are optimized for cash games. The setup draws realistic over-the-top hands for a cash game, where a conservative big stack shoves and therefore reveals that he owns a monster hand. Again, I draw some more hand examples, which are considered to make the all-in call. Ace-Jack is the first one given here. King-Queen suited. Ace-10 suited. Aces, of course. King-Jack suited again. Kings. Ace-Jack. And the last one, eights. Finally, I disable the all-in option again and move on by going back to the strong profile. Subsequently, Steven calls the $3.50 bet. The flop is dealt as 6 of clubs, 7 of hearts, King of hearts. This means I hit the set and my equity to win the next following street jumps up to 98%. For protection against draws and to get the maximum value out of the 3 of a kind holding, I bet the pot. Afterwards, Steven calls again, and the turn gets drawn. Ace of hearts isn't what I was hoping for. The equity to win the river is given with 91%. It remains a very promising spot, but it's not almost unbeatable anymore. Another heart would definitively break my heart, so I bet the pot again and don't want to see him remaining. Steven represents the flush and shoves his remaining stack of $190.50. What the hell happened in here? What are the suited flush hands he could possess? I give you 5 seconds to think about it. Queen Jack suited, Queen 10 suited, Queen 9 suited, Queen 8 suited, Jack 10 suited, or Jack 9 suited are possible combinations which could beat my hand. Nevertheless, even when short-handed, my pre-flop raise of 3.5 times the big blind eliminates much worse starting hands. More likely than 2 hearts in hands, he owns a pocket pair or some sort of Broadway cards. He could have a flush draw combined with top or second pair, something like Ace-10, Ace-Jack, King-Jack, King-Queen, etc. But who knows for sure? These thoughts make me believe that it's more likely the case to have the winning hand than vice versa. But yeah, this had been a really crazy hard decision. Minutes of thinking had passed until in the end I made this call. He shows me King-Queen with the Queen of Hearts. Wow, nice! Only one card to survive is the confirmation that I clearly made the right choice. I show him my improved pocket pair, and he starts praying for another hearts. The river draws the 6 of hearts, the only heart in the deck which does not do harm. So I end up winning a huge pot with an improved full house. That's it. Thanks for your attention and have fun!